And welcome again to my virtual campfire, everybody. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Thank you for being with me today. All right, so where can you get the best deal right now if you're going to buy an RV? Buying a used one where the owner has realized a big hit in depreciation, or buying a new one, like one of those still remaining on the dealer lots right now RVs that's been drastically marked down but had at least one birthday. Which one do you think is the better decision? Well, my answer? It all depends, because I can make a case for both. The reality is that the better decision rests with each individual person. Their needs, their budget, their comfort level in terms of maintenance and upkeep. There are a lot of factors that go into making the best decision for every one of us. Now, if you go down the road of buying a used RV, what's the best way to do that? Well, that also depends. Do you buy through Facebook Marketplace, maybe RV Trader, eBay, Craigslist, maybe through an RV dealer? Whatever your decision, I suggest that you educate yourself on the market first. And the best way I know of to do that is to actually walk through lots of RVs. Walk through them, lots and lots of them. And the best place to do that is in one place if you can, where you can go from one used RV to the next one and to the next one. In other words, educate yourself by immersing yourself in what's available and at what price in the market. My recommendation, if you can, plan on spending some time, like all the time you want to, at the largest consignor of used RVs in the nation.
I've had a lot of people say, gosh, I wish PPL was in, I don't know, Las Vegas, or I wish they were in Virginia. You know, 'cause I'd like to sell my RV. Well, I guess as a seller, I want to sell my RV no matter where I live in the US or even in Canada. Yes, it's most convenient for PPL if I bring my RV to you, but y'all can arrange transportation of that RV, but that's got to be expensive. How much of an RV are we talking about? It better be at least $30,000, $40,000, or at least 60 or 70. Some window of it needs to be at least worth this much to probably get PPL to arrange transportation, get it down to Texas or Florida, Oklahoma to get it sold. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And we have those transportations, but you got to understand from the seller side of the things and why people like to use us, because we only charge 10%. I'll give you an example. If you've got a book value, because everything's got a book value, cars, RVs, everything. If you've got a book value on your unit, say $50,000, you go trade it into a new dealer. They're going to look at the condition. They're going to back up the condition. They're going to see, okay, we'll buy it from you for $45,000. Okay. Here we're saying book value is $50,000. We think it'll sell for $60,000. That's the going market for that unit. We'll take 10%. That means you'll get a check for $54,000. Well, I just made the customer $9,000. Because a dealer was going to buy it for 45.
Right.
We sold it for 60 and took our 10% at 54. So I just made up $9,000 for the customer.
That's a lot of transportation.
Exactly. And so we try to tell our sellers that we can do that. And right now in this day and time, with a lot of units, Alan, we're right in that 3 to 4 years of people that trade-in cycle. We all know it's about 3 to 4 years. Well, guess what 3 years ago was?
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
And that's when a lot of the RV dealers, it was the supply and demand, and every dealer, they couldn't get any and they had to stay in business, and they were charging higher prices, and some people are upside down. So that model right there, if there's 3 or 4 years right now, we can help them, absorb some of that upside downness right now.
Are there some units that sellers contact you that you say, when you do your homework, you look at it, you say, we just can't help you? I would think there are, not a particular, not a Jayco this or a Airstream that, but you got to look at the whole thing and say, give them the hard truth, and you may not be able to help everybody.
We will try to help everybody that we can, but we are going to be 100% transparent. We've got these guys here have got 20 years of history of what units will sell for. Similar models, same models. We know what they will sell for and what they would bring because we probably sold 5 to 10 or maybe 20 of the exact same model, and this is what they sold for. And then we have, well, I really need to get this. And we will tell them, we will try to do everything we can for you, but you have to be a little bit realistic on what it will, but we'll try. We miss it sometimes. Some units sell for more than what they should because there's not any out there. And people really like them. You start getting into some of these Super Cs or some of these particular diesels that we have on our lot that are very rare to have one to trade in, or a specific model like just say a Keystone Montana bunkhouse. I mean, there's not very many of them, but they're very popular.
Mhm.
They might bring a little bit more than what the average does, just because there's not any out there. So we do help accommodate those customers, but we are very transparent up front because we don't want them to think that we're promising the moon and we deliver nothing. We don't want to do that.
So business is good right now this summer 2023 at PPL Motorhomes, huh?
You know what? There is still a very high demand of used, and some good used right now. There's a number of people. It's a cycle of life that just like we are. They want to get out of the business, get out of the RV, and they have to move. We've had some service members that saying, "Hey, I've got to go deploy. I don't need this right now," and we help them get out of it. So there's a plethora of customers looking to sell, and there's a plethora of customers looking to buy.
All right, so here's the deal. Yes, there are a slew of buyers right now. There really are. But here's the rub. Many, if not most of them, are looking, hoping to get a great price. Sort of hoping they find a desperate seller. While I can certainly get that line of thinking, I believe it's a good idea to look beyond the price and rather look at the overall value. What do you actually want? You want a low price? A great brand? Or an RV that's been extremely well taken care of? You probably can't have all three. You may be able to find two of those things, but not all three. Low price, great brand, and a well taken care of RV. Just some things to think about. Another suggestion, if you want to get smarter faster, is to go to a big RV consignment dealer and look around. Take notes. Immerse yourself in the current market. Find a dealer who won't hound dog you with a salesman breathing down your neck while you're looking around. If you are around any of PPL's 5 locations, they're a great place to start. They are. If you are not near one of their locations, they have a fantastic website where you'll get a great handle on what's going on in the current market. Thanks to Kevin Hoffpauir at PPL Motorhomes for visiting with me today, and to you for watching. PPL is a member of the RV Dealers I Trust Network, and you can connect with one of my personal contacts there at PPL by going to rvdealersitrust.com. Super easy, rvdealersitrust.com.